Here are the definitive top 8 rigged fights in UFC history. In at number 8, I have Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. An early stoppage. Tony Ferguson was clearly winning the fight and Herb Dean had money on Justin Gaethje. Charles Oliveira versus Tony Ferguson is in at number 7, and clearly Tony Ferguson was absolutely destroying Charles. He knocked him down with this jab that he landed in this picture. Don't believe me, just go back and watch the fight. Clear robbery. Beneil Dariush versus Tony Ferguson is in at number 6. I mean, Beneil Dariush, like, cuddled Tony's leg the whole fight. How can you even win if you're doing that? Tony's barely even flinching there. He's not in pain whatsoever. Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chandler is in at number 5. You can clearly see he's not out in this photo. That's why I have no problem looking at it. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson is in at number 4. Nate Diaz was never on Tony Ferguson's level. Obviously, a guy like Tony Ferguson would never lose to Nate Diaz if he actually tried. King Green versus Tony Ferguson is next. And the only reason King Green won this fight is because, you know, he was like, please let me be a king, Tony, please, please, please. And Tony was like, go on then, give me a bit of money, I'll let it slide. And then next up, we've got Paddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson, right? I think Paddy Pimblett's a good guy. Tony Ferguson obviously wanted a young Scouse lad to get a win over one of his favourite fighters, so he just let Paddy win. And finally, Michael Chiesa versus Tony Ferguson. Obviously, Tony was just respecting his elders here. I mean, Michael Chiesa's grey in this picture, right? Obviously, Tony would never lose this fight.